with these 9 essential keto tips. From intermittent fasting to identifying hidden carbs, these keto tips will set you up for success from day one. Keto is a very low-carbohydrate, high-fat diet that offers several health benefits, from weight loss to mental clarity and lower levels of inflammation. Getting into a state of ketosis means that your body switches from using glucose from carbohydrates as fuel to using fat as fuel. But getting into a state of ketosis can take patience and planning. The biggest challenge when you're getting into ketosis is to get through the first few weeks, also known as the fat adaptation or keto adaptation phase. Here are some foundational keto tips that will help you get into and maintain ketosis. Foundational keto tips. There are a few foundational keto tips before we jump into the more strategic tools and tricks. Master these first, then move on to the 9 essential keto tips below. Number 1. Understand what keto is and isn't. Instead of relying on what your friend or coworker told you about the keto diet, it pays to do your own research. Here's a quick summary of what the keto diet is. The goal of a keto diet is to achieve a metabolic state of ketosis. Ketosis is a state in which your body relies on fat for energy, including stored fat, instead of glucose from carbohydrates. To achieve ketosis, you must limit your net carbs, total carbs, minus grams of fiber, to as low as 20 grams per day for some people, while also increasing your dietary fat intake. You can find your unique carb requirements for the keto diet with this free carb calculator. And learn way more about how keto works in this free program. Despite what you may have heard, you don't have to eat a ton of fat on the keto diet. Keto also isn't necessarily a high-fat, high-protein diet like Atkins. Instead, it is a very low-carbohydrate diet that doesn't necessarily limit protein or fat, although most keto aficionados stick to a macronutrient ratio of about 70 to 80% healthy fats, like coconut oil, MCT oil, olive oil, and grass-fed ghee. 20 to 25% protein from pastured organic meat, eggs, and wild-caught fish. 5 to 10% carbohydrates from low-carb veggies. If you're just starting out on a ketogenic diet, there's one keto tip shouldn't skip: finding your unique carbohydrate requirement based on your goals and activity level. Number 2. Find your specific macronutrient breakdown. A common mistake that many keto beginners make is adhering to a general guideline of eating 20 grams of carbs per day. A strategy like that may work at first, but could eventually lead to side effects like fatigue or overeating. You may need more or fewer carbs to support your goals. Instead, find your specific macronutrient breakdown to uncover the precise amount of fat, carbs, and protein your body needs to support your goals and lifestyle. From there, the easiest and most effective way to hit your target macros is to prepare as many homemade keto meals as you can. Preparation and patience are key when you're just starting out on keto, but before you run to the grocery store, there's one more foundational step to take. Number 3. Determine your goals for reaching ketosis. Getting into ketosis takes commitment. That's why it's a good idea to sit down and figure out your commitment level and why you want to try this new way of eating. Is it so you can have more energy to run around with your kids? Or are you trying to focus better at work so you can finally nail that next promotion? Or maybe you're finally ready to take your health into your own hands. At any rate, instead of focusing on superficial goals like losing that last 10 pounds, figure out the reason behind the goal. That way, when you don't have a keto snack handy or the keto flu hits, you can refer back to your why to help you power through. Fortunately, there are 9 efficient keto tips to help you thrive as you're transitioning into ketosis. 9 essential keto tips for beginners. The keto diet doesn't have to be complicated, but it can take some preparation. Use these keto tips, and you'll be on your way to better energy, fat loss, mental clarity, and more. Number 1. Watch out for hidden carbs. Carbs are everywhere. From dressings to sauces to stewed meats, flours and high-carb thickeners hide everywhere. The best thing you can do when you're just starting out on keto is read every nutrition label. Don't assume you know the carb count or that you can guess. Read your labels. And if it's not labeled, like squash or a banana, Google the food name plus carb content. Find your go-to keto snacks. Find snacks with low carb counts and high quality, nutrient-dense ingredients.